published my book of poetry in 2021, and it is now available in Rwanda. But yeah, I've been in Rwanda off and on for about 7 years, and I love it. So I'm so old school that I usually have my journal with me, or my book, and I'm trying the phone thing, so bear with me. I am going to speak on the theme tonight because it's serious and it's important, and we need to give it the attention it deserves. I'll start with a song by Tracy Chapman, written on the topic. Last night I heard the screaming, loud voices behind the wall. Another sleepless night for me, it won't do no good to call the police. Always come late if they come at all. And when they arrive, they say they can't interfere in domestic affairs between a man and his wife. And as they walk out the door, the tears well up in her eyes. Last night I heard the screaming, then a silence that chilled my soul. Prayed that I was dreaming when I saw the ambulance in the road. And the policeman said, I am here to keep the peace. Will the crowd disperse? I think we all could use some sleep. And that's what happens, right? We think it's none of our business. We just want peace and quiet. We want people to stop making noise. There's no point getting involved. There's no point calling the police. If they come, they're not going to do anything. And it inspired this poem. It's called, She Called for Help with Her Eyes. I looked away for an instant and I missed it. She called for help with her eyes. I had heard the fights, the noise, the late night cries, and I thought that it would pass, it would be over soon. It's just tonight, and night after night. I walked over indignant, a neighbor scorned. They were interrupting my work. I was on a deadline. It was late. Did these people not understand time? Banged on the door, pissed, ready to spew out my rage. When she opened the door slowly, covering most of her face, she called for help with her eyes. I looked away for an instant and missed it. She called for help with her eyes. I was filled with my self-importance, my self-righteousness, myself. I was under pressure, frustrated, no time to think of anyone else. Had I slowed down and looked with the eyes of my heart, I would have noticed the broken doorknob, the disheveled living room through the cracks, saw that she was hunched over, trembling lips, the bruises on her back. She called for help with her eyes. I couldn't see through my anger, couldn't hear her cries. I wondered why she couldn't just take her kids and leave. This was partly her fault too. Ugh, weak women, my greatest pet peeve. Silence, I demanded. Some of us had work in the morning. I imagined as I dragged myself off to my 9 to 5, she would be in bed snoring. She said nothing, just nodded. A soft sorry under her breath. I had had enough. Night after night, I would get my silence, even if it meant they had silent fights. As I turned to walk away, I saw their little girl watch. I felt ashamed of my behavior as she quietly closed the latch. But I walked away triumphantly and worked for hours without a single sound. Around 1:32 a.m., I heard an ambulance in the background. She cried for help with her eyes, and I looked away. That little girl's eyes haunt me to this day. My last piece is, like I said in that poem, people want to know, like, why doesn't she just get up and leave? And, people always ask when a battered woman leaves, why does she go back? And this is why. It's called the two-faced devil. You bring joy to my heart and light up my life. I can think of no higher honor than being your wife. He manipulates my feelings and gaslights my fears, every social occasion ending in tears. When his violence moves from his words to his fists, you heal my physical and emotional wounds with extravagant gifts. When he puts me down, telling me I'm ugly, stupid, that no one would want me, you swoop in swiftly with kisses, reminding me I'm smart and pretty. In the night when I dare to say no, he forces himself on me because as his wife, the law says so. It makes you sick to your stomach seeing me bleed. How I wish I could call you in my time of need. But you're not that far away. You're here, just there, behind that bottle of cheap gin. I tried to reach for you once, but he punched me in the chin. Between my broken ribs and my bruised eyes, I kept trying to push through to get to you. Don't run, stay. I don't need him to leave to be alone with you.